Last year, the Russians were focused on sanctions, and many did not realize the strategy that Russia was planning in South America. This refers to the participation of Rosatom's subsidiary in the competition to develop the lithium deposit in Bolivia. The company's advances were described as a Putin raw materials trap for the West by a journalist from the German newspaper Der Spiegel. The concerns of our Western colleagues are justified, as the tender announced in April 2021 for the direct extraction of lithium in the world's largest reserve, the Uyun salt flat, really sparked great agitation. Located in Bolivia, it is estimated to contain approximately 21 million tons of the valuable metal. Approximately 1/4 of the world's 86 million tons of lithium are present in local reserves. The deposit itself is part of the lithium triangle, where over half of all global lithium is concentrated. This region, known as the Lithium Triangle, encompasses the borders of Argentina, Bolivia, and Chile. The control of the Salar de Uyuni deposit is strategic for any country, and Russia's chances of winning the tender have been considered very high from the beginning. It is worth remembering the relevance of lithium, a strategically important resource that underpins the future green economy. Its application is extensive, being essential in metallurgy to improve alloys and in the production of tritium, a radioactive isotope of hydrogen in nuclear energy. A considerable amount of lithium is essential in the production of lithium-ion batteries, whose demand is continuously growing with the rise of electric cars' popularity. For this reason, lithium has been compared to a new fuel, and its value has recently tripled. The price of a ton of lithium carbonate reached over $70,000 last year. Global demand for lithium is growing, surpassing production, while 0.6 million tons of carbonate were extracted in 2022. Demand is expected to reach 2,400,000 tons soon. Bolivia has a clear interest in exploring its lithium deposits, but extraction will occur in salt flats, a costly process, rather than mines or quarries, making the issue challenging. The use of pumps and the extraction of magnesium sulfate presuppose the need for a large amount of electrical energy. For this reason, Bolivia has opted to seek international partnerships that can assist with funding and technology. Regarding the Rosatom branch, a total of 20 companies competed in the process. Russia was represented by the company Uranium One, the international mining division of the state holding Rosatom, one of the leading companies in the global market. Founded in 2005, the company was fully acquired by Rosatom in 2013. In addition to uranium mining, Uranium One also operates significantly in areas such as lithium, cobalt, rare metals, and biofuels. The company Uranium One is thoroughly exploring the lithium triangle. In November 2021, an agreement was signed with Canadian companies for the joint development of a deposit in Argentina. Last summer, in Bolivia, the finalists were announced, including companies from Russia, China, and the USA. Russia and China were the top candidates, leading the German newspaper The World to report that Putin was preparing a mineral resources trap for the West. The results of the contest took a long time to be disclosed. In the end, the main prize was awarded to the Chinese at the end of January. According to the press, Rosatom's daughter will also be involved in the exploitation of the deposit, which mitigates the loss. It is also worth noting the significant investment of $1 billion in the Bolivian industry. The current financial situation is not the simplest. It is advantageous to cultivate friendly relations with China, as, according to the oil and gas news portal, the country is providing support to Russia amid the operation. Also, according to the Federal News Agency, the authors of the Wall Street Journal of the USA also claim that China is offering assistance. It is crucial to master one's own destiny. The outcome of the contest also reveals nuances in another scenario. Some argued that the ideal was to control one's own resources and avoid getting involved in foreign affairs. This idea will be put to the test in reality. Now, let's take a break. It is possible to preserve and increase assets by investing in the real sector of the Russian economy, in high-tech companies, or by acquiring stakes in the crowdfunding system. Suvalmash, the Russian development company, is launching its own innovative, high-energy efficiency electric motor design technology of IE3 and IE4 grades, called Slavyanka. Over 20 patents have already been granted, and state certification has been obtained for its laboratory and residence in the Moscow Technological Park, in the region designated by the government. The construction of the technological project and engineering company Suvalmash building is about to be finished. Disclosures about the project are frequent in the media vehicles Forbes, Mil, Press, TASS, on the Moscow government portal, and on the TV channels RBC, NTV, Russia 24, Exezda, and others. Suvalmash was invited by the Ministry of Defense of the Russian Federation to participate in the Army 2022 forum, where it presented its developments widely used in electric tools, motorcycles, and Chinese automobiles, being marketed globally. The KCTB is expected to start operating in the third quarter of 2023. The opportunities to acquire stocks at low prices in the project will no longer be accessible after the funding closure. After the conversion to a joint stock company, the stocks you acquired will be replaced by shares of the company Suvalmash. Of course, it was recently announced that Rosatom and Norilsk Nickel are joining forces to develop the Kalmar deposit in the Murmansk region. This deposit is considered the largest lithium deposit in Russia, containing approximately 75 million tons of ore, representing roughly between 18 and 26% of all the country's reserves. The company Polar Lithium obtained the right to use the land for 20 years in an auction, upon the payment of a single amount of 1,560 million rubles to the federal agency Rasnedra. The project's goal is to produce a total of 45,000 tons per year of lithium carbonate and hydroxide. It is expected that various large-scale productions, mining works, recycling, and battery component manufacturing will be launched. The total capacity is scheduled for 2030, which will certainly be well received by advocates of self-resource exploitation. Over 1,000 jobs will be created through this project, which will partially contribute to replacing lithium imports. In the last 3 years, the amount of deliveries from Chile, Argentina, and China exceeded 61 tons. A continuous increase in demand is expected, mainly due to the construction of the gigafactory for the production of lithium-ion cells and batteries, a subject already addressed before. What are the impacts and perspectives of this project? Nuclear energy for Germany and Russian electric cars are present topics here. The construction of the gigafactory is taking place in the Kaliningrad region, strategically located 10 kilometers from the border with Lithuania, near the unfinished Baltic nuclear power plant, planned in the 1970s to supply West Germany. After the recent events, it is justified to shift the focus to the needs of Russia. Much has already been achieved in this field, and the outlook is promising. The nuclear power plant project was previously abandoned due to changes in foreign policy, but it resumed in 2008, this time to provide electricity to the Kaliningrad region and other countries. Lithuania, Poland, Sweden, and Finland would form a power capable of exporting energy, but the initial construction, started in 2010, was interrupted in 2014. However, as the saying goes, everything happens for the best, and due to political disagreements between the countries, the project underwent 2 changes. The attempt to sell energy to the West was unsuccessful, which might have been fortunate as it resulted in Russia obtaining a nuclear reactor to supply energy to Belarus, a land ready for industrial development and the possibility to accelerate future production. Furthermore, the issue of supplying electricity to the Kaliningrad region was solved. Although not according to the initial plan, thermal power plants and underground gas storage facilities have been built, improving the energy security of the Russian enclave with the implementation of a new regasification unit. The Kaliningrad nuclear power plant is no longer essential as the country shifts its priorities to other issues. In the same region, a branch of Rosatom is in the process of constructing a factory focused on the energy sector. This will be the first gigafactory in Russia dedicated to producing cells for lithium-ion batteries. Currently, Russian production in this sector is on a small scale, but the gigafactory's capabilities will be able to supply batteries for 50,000 cars per year. With a planned launch in 2025, Kaliningrad will have 900 new jobs and another 600 in related sectors. The gigafactory will also bring in more tax revenues for the region. It is worth noting that the Avtota car factory, located in Kaliningrad, will need lithium-ion batteries, as the first electric vehicles will be launched in the region in 2023. The construction of the gigafactory will be timely, representing a significant revolution in the energy industry. The importance of the project is clear, as batteries are needed not only for electric vehicles, but also for agricultural equipment, highlighting the demand from both domestic and international markets. It's not surprising that there are plans to expand the capacity of the gigafactory by 3.5 times. Rosatom is probably on the right track, with advancements in Bolivia, where the Russian state-owned company has been strengthening significant partnerships and promoting development of the largest deposit. It is gaining a competitive advantage. What do you think about these achievements? Share your opinion in the comments.